In our passage today, we are reading from Mark's Gospel, chapter 4, and there's a collection of parables that are here. If you do not know what a parable is a story or an image. It's a metaphor that's wrapped in a storyline. It becomes a narrative. It's a way that Christ communicates with images. If you travel to the mountains of East Tennessee, you will find some great storytellers. Storytellers can amaze you and pull you into a story and say things without saying it in one particular sentence. It can sound like a command if I say it, but a great storyteller can weave a story so that it begins to you begin to see something that's powerful and beautiful. And there's some interesting stories, and here's a collection that's in our reading for this week. And this is Mark's Gospel, chapter 4, verse 26. He also said, "This is what the kingdom of God is like. A man scatters seed on the ground. Night and day, whether he sleeps or gets up, the seed sprouts and grows, though he does not really know how. All by itself, the soil produces grain, first the stalk, then the head, then the full kernel in the head. As soon as the grain is ripe, he puts the sickle to it because the harvest has come." And again, Jesus says, "What shall we say the kingdom of God is like? Or what parable shall we use to describe it? Is it like a mustard seed, which is the smallest of all seeds on earth? Yet when planted, it grows and becomes the largest of all garden plants, with such branches that the birds can perch in its shade." With many similar parables, Jesus spoke the word to them as much as they could understand. He did not say to them he did not say to them, anything that was not without using a parable. But when he was alone with his disciples, he explained everything. There's so many different ways I can go with this passage here, but I want to talk about how we go about helping people and guiding them to understand truth. Let's talk about method for a moment. During the course of this day, you will be tempted to offer a command or offer instruction or want to say or tell something to someone. It could be a caution. It could be a reminder of how wonderful life is. There are a variety of conversations you may want to have with them. Jesus' method of really delivering truth has been not just through story, but without saying it as a command. He asks questions. He describes the kingdom of God in words like a seed, a mustard seed, and he talks about how small it is and yet how powerful it can be. And so the kingdom of God is something that's vital and active, and he begins to make that connection. I want to talk to you this day about your method. When you want to speak to people about Jesus, I think it's good for us to begin to ask questions, listen to their story, listen to what images are important to them. Sometimes we start with images that are important to us, or we've grown up in church and all our images and illustrations are using churchy words. What would happen if we used common language to describe our faith in Christ, or common language to encourage someone, or common language to try to describe what the kingdom of God is like? I want to encourage you today, think through what language you are using, what words you are using, and perhaps sit back and listen to a good storyteller tell an amazing story and weave it in a way that inspires you. People today want to be inspired. You can tell them, but they want to be inspired. It could be that your life is that story that speaks of a way of inspiring them to be better, to be followers of Christ. Or it could be that you could tell them the story about a life that you once knew that Christ saved you from and how beautiful life has become. whatever that story is, let's begin communicating with culture that is broken and in need of Jesus in a different way. Test your method, test your how, because sometimes the how matters more than the what. And sometimes how you say something will be could be in a manner in which people will receive it or not receive it. Your method matters. And so take some time and think through your story, write it down carefully, be ready to on any occasion to tell the story of freedom, but be ready on any occasion to tell your story about how Christ has worked in your life. Notice here again, my underline is this. My circle, highlight, underline is with many similar parables, Jesus spoke the word to them as much as they could understand. Here's that powerful part of this, though. I underline this. He did not say anything to them without using a parable, but when he was alone with his disciples, he explained everything. Jesus takes the time to tell a story, but to the confused disciples, he takes the time to explain everything. Think about your method. Think about how you go about life. God will begin to help you and guide you into sharing your story. A testimony is so much better than just a word or command. You can tell someone to do something, but if you inspire them to do something, that'll be a completely different story. They'll actually probably change behavior or listen to your story and then be changed from the inside out. You're loved. You're prayed for. God bless you.